everyone, we're here, we're live, and it's almost Hacktoberfest, and we have Francesco, who stole my blue background. But before we get into that, Francesco, thank you so much for geeking out with us today. It is awesome. I'm super excited. Please give yourself an intro, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do today.
Absolutely, Eddie. I'm super excited to do this. We've also distinct background, so let's do it. I'm Francesco, developer advocate at Dev, Docker Captain. I do stuff on the internet, especially on Twitter and YouTube, and I'm here with my good friend Eddie that I still can't touch, but one day I'll touch him.
Soon. Mid-November, we'll be in London together speaking at Modern Front End, so I can't wait. Francesco, you do so much stuff, so thank you so much for finding the time to come and geek out with us. And all these awesome people, great to see. We have Nick Hill, Marcus is here, Ashish, hopefully I pronounced that okay, I'm sorry if I didn't. Sudipta, Krishna, so many awesome people. Coding Delight, the chat's moving fast. Thank you so much, everyone. Flowlight, everyone's here. It's awesome. Sorry if I've missed you. Keep saying hi in the chat and we'll give you a shout out shortly. Francesco's links are in the description below. If you need anything else, let us know in the chat and we'll share it. So today, it's kind of like pre-Hacktoberfest, although in some countries it's kind of started. So it's kind of like this confusing time, but who cares? Let's contribute to open source. Let's get excited. We're here to answer your questions. We're here for all of you. I could chat about open source and Web 2. Francesco could chat about Web 3 and open source. We could chat about loads of stuff, but we're keen to see what all of you want to chat about. So we're going to keep it really relaxed today. We have got a very light agenda, and we want to see where you all want to take the conversation. It's kind of like a Twitter space, but on a live stream. You get to see our beautiful faces. We do have screen share, so we are going to do some repos. You've got my Eddie Hub link free repo, Francesco's repo, 2.6K. It's kind of beating us. We're at 1.1. But yeah, we can talk about those. Daily.dev's documentation's open source. They're doing some things around that. So many things we can talk about. What would you all like to hear about? And Francesco, what are you excited about for Hacktoberfest?
I'm super excited for Hacktoberfest. I think I knew about Hacktoberfest, I think just 3 years ago, because before I was not really active on social media, so I didn't know about all this cool stuff happening. And at the beginning, it was, to be honest, I'm always skeptic at this. So every time I see something, the first reaction is always skeptic, like, why are they doing this? Why? Maybe it's not the perfect time. Now I'm way more open. Everything which can help to get people get started with open source, it's great. You can make it's like, when you have like 1 month, for your for medical health about health, like there is this month that you should do this, and it's the same like with open source, like for the dentist, like there is the month of teeth care. It's exactly the same. It's not that you should don't do dental care, but in that month people can start talking about that. Using this as an excuse to start. For example, I'm doing a live stream tomorrow about open source, and I think it's related to Hacktoberfest because everybody's doing this. So we have like this sort of let's party together, let's do something together. It's a great opportunity for everyone. I'm not joking. Contributing to open source can land you a job. We have one person that tried to bring to the social media, Lee, it's called Lee from Philippines. He made a contribution to the Daily Dev repository, and now he's working with us for more than 1 year. This is an very inspirational story. So it's not just about getting a t-shirt or getting a tree plant, but this can really change your life. So open source can change your life. I don't know if you agree, Andy.
I agree 100%. I've been doing open source over 10 years. Before there was GitHub, and all my success, if that's what you want to call it, from getting jobs from fan companies to startups and all my freelancing clients, has all been around open source. So I can't agree more. It's so true. And I see so many people in the Eddie Hub community getting jobs as well, getting freelance jobs, getting permanent jobs, whatever they want, getting remote jobs around the world. The great thing about open source is they don't really care where you are. Like you said, Philippines, India, Germany, America, it doesn't care, right? You're there to collaborate with people and add value. And that's the important thing. And that's why I think it's just a super exciting time. I see Marcus saying, my dream and remote gig. Well, it's totally possible. So keep going, Marcus. You're doing awesome. Keep going. Everyone, please ask your questions in the chat. We'd love to answer those.
Yeah. Can I say something to Marcus? It's the very first one is the hardest one, because once you start, Yeah, from word of mouth, people start recommending you. So keep it up if you want, because this is also what happened for me. When I quit my job, it was 1.5 years ago. The day after, I started working for Feed Hive, Simon Hoiberg, the day after. And then I started getting new things. I've also worked with my old company. And now I started, when you start working remotely, you will never stop. You will never feel bored again.
It's so true. And I think what I love about open source is we talk about open source, we talk about content creation, we talk about learning in public. What I love about open source is I feel it touches on everything. Like open source is learning in public. Open source is content creation. It's not the only form of content creation, but there is a massive overlap to what it is. And I think when you do one, like if, for me, I feel open source is like the root of everything, because if you do open source, you get content, you get technical ideas and tips that you can share on Twitter. You collect a few of those up, you can get a blog post and a tutorial, and then you can create a video or whatever you want on it. And then also you get to learn how to communicate and collaborate with people, which is super hard and super important. And that's what people really want to check when they're offering you a job. Technical skills are easy to test and easy to teach, but if they can, see that you're collaborating with people and making things, really clear and there's no confusion, and you learn by practicing, and that's why it's really important to get involved. And this year, Hacktoberfest is not just about code. It is also, I want to bring up daily.dev's docs. It's also about non-code contributions as well. Social media, blog posts, videos, people can track those in a repo, so you do get the credit for it. I think that's just super exciting, really exciting.
Absolutely. Let me just highlight something for the non-native speakers. You can make contribution with your own native language. So even if you are not a coder, maybe you just want to translate something, this is a great opportunity for non-native speakers.
It is. You just have, like, I think there are two advantages. Two certain groups of people have massive advantages. One's the people who speak another language, exactly, right? They can do a translation. I appreciate it's not easy. Some of the technical terms are hard, but they can do it. Something that someone like me who only speaks English I could never do it. One. Two, if you're new to tech or new to open source or new to a project, you have a fresh pair of eyes to see the project. Like if I take, for example, we're looking at daily.dev, and I'm looking at this repo. I've never looked at it before. I'm looking at it now with all of you right now for the first time, and it's really good, and I'm sure it's really good. But with a fresh pair of eyes, I might spot something. So let's have a look. So I'm just having a flick through it.
I was not prepared for this. Now I'm sweating.
No, it looks good. I'm not running any of the commands. I'm not trying it. So that's what I recommend people do. Nice. But it looks good. So if I go to the Insights tab, another one of my favorites, go to Community Standards, pretty lot of ticks. Missing issue templates, so someone could contribute there, but not the end of the world. But that's some contribution people could do. So that looks good. And then what else have we got? We've got package JSON. Another thing I like to do is you've got these scripts. And these are commands that you run on the command line. And I was going to say to people, I don't think there is any actions, or are there? Let's have a quick look. There are no GitHub Actions. So a great contribution is run build. Does the project all build correctly? You could run that in the GitHub Action if people know if something's gone right or wrong. We could do it on this live stream together. It's a few lines of YAML config. I'm happy for. So maybe someone could raise an issue. Let me share this in the chat. Someone could raise an issue and someone could do it.
But maybe we should, I don't know if this should be done tomorrow, but we're going to get done today. I just want to give, sorry, Eddie, but 10 seconds, a huge shout out to Graham for taking this responsibility of the docs when he joined the Daily Dev, and he's doing really an amazing job on the docs. I created the docs, but he's doing an amazing job. So really well done, Graham.
That's awesome, Graham. Graham's not here at the moment, but when he's watching it.
Like this video,
Yeah, give this video a thumbs up. I want to shout out also to Vincent. I haven't seen Vincent in a while, so I hope you're doing well. Great to hear all the open source stuff you're doing over there in Asia. We're heading to your side of the world early next year, so I can't wait. Hopefully we get to geek out, I should say. And Mayank, you can contribute to open source with zero experience. You have a huge advantage because I just noticed I missed a question. I'm going to come back to your question, Ariane, in a moment. Because you can look at things like I'm looking at things and noticing something that others don't realize. So they've got no tags here. They could add branches. We're going to come to this in a moment. Let's answer some of the questions in the chat, and then your fresh pair of eyes can really help a project. Another thing you can do is, for example, you could run through these docs and with because you're new to tech or new to open source or new to the project, you can make sure there's no missing steps. Whereas people who are familiar with a project might make assumptions that they know they need to do something, so they might just do it. And so the documentation could be missing some steps. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. So just try it out. You could be using a different operating system. You could be using a different version of Node, and you could then write minimum version needed. There's so many things you can do. The question that I missed actually was Hacktoberfest, jobs, exams, how to manage it all. Well, and don't forget family time and rest as well. I don't know if I have an answer to that. I put everything in my calendar. So if it's gym time, it's in the calendar. If it's resting time, it's in the calendar. Otherwise, things just overrun. But Francesco is probably better at answering this one.
To be honest, I'm sorry, but we will not find 2 more hours. If you find a solution, please send that to us because we need it. I don't know you. I think that contributing to Hacktoberfest and open source, it should not be something that you dedicate like 20 hours, 40 hours, just some minutes. You can ask your friends, small contributions. This is why it's intended. Okay, it's not just making some, let's say, fake contributions. Avoid that, please. But it doesn't have to be like 2 weeks of work, 3 weeks of work. No. It's just a small contribution. It's more about the mindset of like unblocking yourself, like unblocking your mindset. It's like you're going for a run 5 minutes. If you go for a run 5 minutes and you're not used to run, this can start tricking you something, eating more healthy. And it's the same with open source. Once you understand the concept, the next time you will have an idea, a project you like, even in December and January, of course, say, okay, maybe I can make a contribution. It's more about switching the mindset. This is what Hacktoberfest is and should be.
I think that's just so well said. Thank you so much, Francesco. I think it's important, and hopefully people take that on board, and we'll say it a few more times to remind people, because it is a mindset. And for example, someone here is asking small projects. We don't need to look for small projects. You could look at big projects. You don't have to contribute to the biggest project, but also if it's a big project, you don't have to know all about it. You only need to know a small part. For example, let's contribute to daily.dev's docs. So I've added the link in the chat. Hopefully some of you are going to give the project a star. I can see the stars slowly climbing. Awesome. Francesco will be happy, and so will Graham. But what I wanted to show you was, I'm looking at this. Sorry, Francesco, you were going to say?
Yes, about the audio.
Were you going to say something or?
No, it's
okay.
it's okay. Thank you also for someone started the repository, and yes, To be honest, this project it started like just for me and Graham working on it. We make it open source since the beginning because we are using Docusaurus, the stuff. So we want this to be open, of course. But I think there are some issues. But I think we will start because on Monday we will also open some more issues. But yes, we can also create something now, and for sure you will see more in the upcoming days. And yes, so we can take this or yours. It's the same.
Let's do it. We'll try and do as much as we can. Get lots of green squares for people. So everyone, write in the chat if you need some green squares and if you need some pull request contributions as well. So for those who need green squares, write green square in the chat. But one green square that people can add is raise an issue on this project, saying run the build command on a GitHub action. I know Produma is going to be there.
I just want to say that I'll give you 1 minute and then I'll do it myself. So be fast, because otherwise I'll do this myself. I don't care. I just want to give you a bit of advantage, but if we don't get it, I'll do it myself.
Produma's gonna, even before the issue's raised, Produma's gonna have the GitHub action written like that. Produma's super fast.
Amazing. We recorded a podcast at my 7 a.m. today. Amazing. Wow. Amazing.
Nice. So the other thing I think we can do, so I think the build command we can run on, we're not adding anything to the project. So we're not changing the project structure. We're not adding linting. We're not adding anything. This is just automating something they've already got. So I think we could run the build. That could be an issue that people could raise. And then you could also write the GitHub action. If you want to know how to do that, you go to the link free project. You can go to .github, then workflows, and you can have a look. and you could literally copy this. You don't need the filter, the path, so you could just have on push. So just have these 2 lines, and then you just need one of these. Just build. You don't need the test underneath. And then theirs will be npm run build. It's the same name. So you can literally copy and paste this. I'll share the link for people.
Yeah, and I just want to say that if you contribute to any daily dev repositories, you will get shoutouts, swag. So if you need some motivation, I'm trying to tell you without saying that. So you give, you get. This is what I can say. I don't want to make promises, because open source should not be done because you get a t-shirt. It should be done because you like it. And then you will get 10 times more back. You can get maybe a 6-figures job, which maybe you can buy many t-shirts with that.
That's what I tweeted the other day. By the way, so I say hi to Carl. Carl was one of the maintainers and mods on AD Hub community, but also leads a couple of the projects on the AD Hub community as well. So everyone go check out the API project and the Good First Issue project using Nest.js on the API, TypeScript, and also SvelteKit on the Good First Issue Finder as well. But Francesco's right. I did a tweet. If you do Hacktoberfest for the t-shirt, you'll probably get a t-shirt. But if you do Hacktoberfest in open source because you want to learn, you want to network with people, you want to grow, you want to improve your collaboration skills, then you're probably going to get a 6-figure remote job where you can buy t-shirt every day. So do it for the right reasons.
I didn't see the tweet, so I didn't copy it. But
great minds.
It seems that we are like-minded.
Well, you got the blue screen and great minds, right? So. Awesome. Okay, so let me see if anyone has raised that issue and that pull request. Produma was very kind and said they're going to leave that for somebody else. I don't think there's any pull request has come in yet. No. So people haven't done that yet. And then I thought of another idea while we were talking was another thing we could do, the version number. There's no tags and no releases, so raise an issue for that. It's on a green square for someone. But also this version number could be incremented by using a release GitHub action. Again, that sounds super scary, but to be honest, you can just go to the link.
No, this is very interesting. Yes.
I've got videos on this on my YouTube channel. Francesco, you don't watch my videos.
I watch videos, but you make too many videos. And I think you're close to 500, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've passed 500
too many.
now, yeah.
Too many. You are one of the few people who made more videos than me. Yeah.
If you go to the release GitHub action, again, you could pretty much, I'm pretty sure, copy and paste this entire file. The only thing you'll need to change is this. We have a user special secret because we chain our GitHub actions. So you could just use the normal secret that GitHub gives you. I forget what it's called, but you don't need to use a special one.
Scroll a bit because we can't see.
Oh, yes, sorry, thank you. Oh, our faces are in the way. Let me move us to the side maybe. I was trying to be clever and have us underneath.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, thank you very much.
Our faces was blocking the text.
My big head. So that's another one. So who has raised the issue for that? Let's have a look. We've got 2 at the top. I'm hoping these numbers increase. No one wants the green squares. You all wrote green squares in the chat, and no one's taking the green squares.
It literally myself.
I'm going to do it myself as well. Let me see. Nobody wants it.
People are not following. No. I mean, or maybe they are following, but you are slow. No one's here today for the final. Yeah. Nobody wants to make PRs today, but I mean,
I'm going to make the PR. I think it started already, right? Because in Asia, it's the next day, right? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Let me practice. So no one wants the green square. Remember, issues don't count towards Hacktoberfest, but they count towards your green squares on your profile. So if no one wants it, I'm going to do it. I want to beat Francesco, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Feature. Automate build on every
maybe we can show how to do one, because I see someone is saying like we want but we don't know what to do. So this is totally fine, but so we can show one.
I'll raise the issue. A great idea. I'll raise the issue with the code, and then someone else can actually do the change. So hey Emma, how you doing? Oh, you missed the issue. Okay, we've got a few more coming, so don't worry. You don't know what to do? Thank you so much for letting us know. We will show you. So on the daily.dev docs, you can go to issues, then go to new, write a really descriptive title, and then say what you want to do. So I think it will be useful to run the build command on every change to check the project still works. And then I'll just say example GitHub action for the pull request. I'll even put in the path for all of you to make it a bit easier. I think I can copy the path somewhere, right? Let me see, copy path. I think it's going to be exactly the same. There we go. Build .github workflows build.yaml. And like I said, this is going to be a bit different. So we need to delete that. You don't need those specific things. You just need that. And then you need the build step. And then we can delete tests. You don't need the tests. And so that's all you're going to need, I think, for it. So linter, there's no linter. So let me remove that that step.
Yes.
So it need to install the dependencies and it needs to run the build. And that's it. So I want to submit the issue. There's a green square for me. And now someone can go get some more green squares by doing the pull request, because you'll get a green square for the commit, green square for the pull request. I think it still counts towards Hacktoberfest. I think it has started. So yes, that's it.
To start somewhere. Yeah.
And I just saw issues jump up. So maybe someone else has created it as well.
Mm-hmm.
No tags in the version in package JSON. Perfect. Thank you so much for...
Nice. Thank you for raising the
Afnan,
issues.
thank you so much for raising.
Thank you. Great. This is what we want. Just want to say that this project is super interesting. If you don't know what Docusaurus is, it's a very cool framework. It's made by Facebook to document their own projects. And of course, it's totally free. They don't care. They don't want to get money. I know the maintainer of Docusaurus. Okay. And they don't want to get money out of this. So Docusaurus is a great way to build a documentation website. And this is an example using Docusaurus for daily dev. So you can literally take this, deploy this on your own, change the labels, change the colors, don't use daily dev logos. But then you can have a Docusaurus project on your own. This is once you understand how to deploy it, but it's super simple. You can create the structure. It's you can go on docs.daily.dev. You can show the structure. By the way, we are also almost always restructuring it, but this can be useful. Can be really useful. I think I'll find some use cases in the future. So I think it is also important when you have to choose a project. You can choose a project you are interested. Let's say in the future you want to have your own documentation website. Contributing to a project who has already used Docusaurus can help you to get started. Yeah, let's get to 50 likes. So
come on. I mean, thank you so much. Almost at 50. Thank you, everyone. Let's get to 100.
Maybe I can awesome. I can with the Daily Dev YouTube channel.
Only if it plays the video, because you hurt the channel more if you don't continue watching it. I was supposed to see Francesco and Emma tomorrow, but unfortunately, because of the stupid train strikes and everything else,
I'm sad. I'm sad. We need to I'll create more content tomorrow, because otherwise I'm gonna cry. Yes, so I have to distract myself. No, for real. Yes, it's really too bad.
Yes, it is. Okay, so we have got. Let's see. No pull request. Is anyone working on this pull request? I've literally given you the code to do it and the path of where to put the file. If you don't want to do it, I'm happy to do it. I can run through it with you, so you all know for next time. Let me know what you all
We are literally open spoon you. Yeah.
Open the spoon you. That sounds very dodgy. Don't listen to Francesco. Francesco, what you do in your own time is your own business. Okay, so if people aren't sure, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to go back to the beginning.
50
and
3 likes. Okay.
I'm going to go say add file. I'm going to create a new file, and I put the path in the issue, which is .github /workflows / and we'll say build.yaml. I'm just going to paste that in from the issue. And that is literally it. That's all we need to do. And it's going to already fork the project for me and put it in a branch for me as well. So I'm just going to say, I should probably not say it's a feature. So it's CI, and we're going to say build project on changes. And was there an issue number? I think I created an issue number. I did. Let's put the issue number in. So it's going to be 124. So in my commit, I can say it's 124. and then we're going to propose it. And it's always good practice in your pull request. I'm happy with those changes. In the pull request to say it fixes 1, 2, 4. So therefore it closes the issue when it gets merged or closed. It really helps people. So yeah, I'm going to just usually write a bit more, but I think it's pretty.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Yeah. By the way, I repeat this at the end of the live stream or tomorrow or whenever you contribute to Daily Dev, you always get something good. Listen and listen to me. Okay.
Wait a second, Francesco. If you contribute to daily.dev, you get something good. I just contributed live on the internet. What am I getting? $1 million.
You will see.
Or a sticker. I'm happy. 2 stickers. 1.5. 1.5. I'll negotiate.
You will get it, Daddy. No worries.
Perfect. Apparently, I haven't signed the CLA. Look at you all professional up. Okay, I will do that later. I will sort that out. So, do we have... Oh, another pull request has come in. Yes.
Boom.
Build YAML. Oh, I did it as well.
60 likes. It's okay. It's going... Graham will now be in every stream. Yeah, of course.
Hey, Jacob, how you doing? We'll definitely get a mention. So we will see. But also, someone else did the same one. So they've got 2 pull requests that are the same. I must have missed it in the chat that they were going to run it. So we've got 2 pull requests the same. I'll let daily.dev pick which one they merge. What other issues do we have? The release one. So who wants to do the release one, or should I do that as well? If no one wants it, I'm happy to do it. But maybe I can add a bit more to my comment to give people the code so they can see what it would look like. Someone else can do the pull request. So I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to go to the link-free project and go look at the link-free GitHub Actions and go to release. And I'm going to copy the code and I'm going to paste it in here. YAML. And I can put in the path as well for people. So the path will be file path will be .github /workflows / we can say release.yaml. So that will be the file path. And then it's going to be on the main, I think it's the main branch that you're using here. Let me check.
We are using the main now. This repository has been created with the master, but now we are using the main. This is also why some templates or something, I don't know, it was broken.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to say create a change log, and you'll need to use conventional commits as well going forward. So what it will do is create a change log, and we don't want this. Can anyone remind me, maybe Praduma or Carl, what is the default secret that we need to use? I forget the name of it, but we'll just change that. And then it will also create a release. So it will look like this. So here on, you get a release on the side, you get a number, it keeps incrementing for you automatically. And then it creates a change log on what happened in that, in that release, which is pretty awesome.
Very, very interesting.
So let's have a look at the chat. I've been skipping on the chat. Maybe someone's written the answers. We haven't missed much. We've been going, we've been going for half an hour already. Maybe you have missed a bit, but don't worry, stay tuned.
I don't know. Live streams with Joe are too entertaining, to be honest. We need to lower the bar. We need to talk like this. Nice.
Yeah, effectively you copy and paste the code that I gave in the issue. That's what really a good first issue is about. I can't add the label because I'm not a maintainer on that project, but a good first issue kind of shows the steps what people need to take. So hopefully these are good first issues for you. But I'll just Google it. No one's written the answer, so I'm just I can Google it, or I can actually check it in our other GitHub Actions that aren't chained. We'll have it. So I think maybe just review pad probably doesn't need it. No, community might just have the default part. Yeah, GitHub token. Okay, that's what they call it. So they call it secrets.github. That's available on all projects. So they don't need to add any secrets. It's just available and just there. So whereas changelog_release, we added it specifically. So that wouldn't work for this project unless they added it. They don't need to. They can just use this. Because we're doing deployments and chaining them all up, you can't use the same token for the chaining. So I'm going to update my comment in this issue. And so now for this issue that was created by Afnan, you can literally add in this file, in that directory, add this code, and that should pretty much just work. It should be the same. They will need to do commit. So that's something, maybe a disclaimer you need to add. I can add that into my issue, and you can put it in the pull request as well. We'll need to use conventional commit messages to trigger release creation.
There is an issue which is a dot. I don't know why. 1 minute ago.
Nikhil, maybe that was a typo. Maybe
try
submit.
that.
So maybe hit edit. Yeah, either close it, create a new one, or hit edit. That would be good. So, how is everybody doing? What question do people have? Oh, thank you, Praduma. Yeah, you have tokens.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for your support, everyone. Really appreciate it. Daily.dev is here as well. Awesome. Is that Francesco as well?
You'll never know. It's an automated message.
It's a robot. Well, Francesco
it's a GitHub action. It's a GitHub action.
Oh, that's giving me an idea for a project.
Okay, we're done. We have to code now. Bye.
No, we code live.
Nice.
So what else have we got? So again, we can look at the Link3 project as well, people. We can look at Francesco's project, but I'm enjoying looking at daily.dev's docs project. So what else could we look at? Is there a template? So you could go to other projects and steal that. I mean, borrow their templates.
It's a template. A template is meant to be used like that. So it's okay. With templates, it's okay.
Exactly. So you could do something like this. We have description, screenshots, additional information for our templates. So what you could do is you could just hit raw, and then you could put that in a pull request. And so raise an issue on daily.dev's project with the template that you want. One template per issue and per pull request, everyone. The pull request should be small enough to add value, and as small as possible to add value. Don't try and make it super big. It's just not going to get merged. It's not going to get reviewed. It's not going to get merged. But they usually, the big pull requests do have value in them, but there's just, it's just too much going on. Something's blocking it and all the rest. So I would say,
make multiple pull requests in
Exactly.
that case. That's how it works. It's even better for you. You get more green squares. You get
exactly.
more. It's easier.
Exactly. It's win for everybody.
It's easier. You make less reviews because I don't know. Maybe you made a part which is perfect and a part which is bad, and of course this can't be accepted. If you're breaking something, it's gonna be accepted. This doesn't mean that you didn't work on that. It's that the bigger is the harder to review for the maintainer. 39 likes to 100. Come on. Let's go. Share this video, like this video. Come on.
Let's do it. So let's have a look. So issue template ideas, bug, new feature, ... We can leave that open, and I'm going to put a link to our issue template. So therefore, if anyone wants to create a pull request, you can go. I've created one issue, but remember, multiple pull requests can reference the same issue as well, or you can just create a new issue each time you do one of these, and then we can just close this one. It's not a problem. But you can see the templates we have here. We have docs, bugs, other. See what you think makes sense. Have a look at other projects. We haven't got it perfect, but there are other ways you can do it. Okay, perfect. So, is everyone ready and everyone knows what they're doing for Hacktoberfest? You're all experts now. Let me have a look at the chat. I've been looking at the chat for a while. Oh, thank you for sharing the repo.
Yeah, I saw some from time to time. And
perfect.
Shameless plug. I interviewed Eddie some days ago, and that's basically a Hacktoberfest crash course, 15 minutes. But of course, you can read the rules. They're very simple, to be honest. There is one person who said, I've been coding for a week, but I think you can already understand many things. Otherwise, you can ask. The good thing of Hacktoberfest is this, that the community is very vibrant, is very keen to help. I think that 95% of the questions, they already have an answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you can still ask. Always be polite, because especially if you're at the beginning, because probably you want to ask something that probably is already in the rules, and it can be solved in literally 30 seconds. But yes, I'm planning to contribute to Flutter projects. Good luck with that. Raise the PR.
Praduma's given people enough time, and now Praduma's going in raising PRs. Perfect.
I just want to say that Praduma name starts with PR, so this is a destiny.
That's true. Perfect. Okay. Where's Produma's one? Here we go. Add release action. Produma, I thought you'd pick a harder one. This is too easy for you, but no, perfect. I think that needs to be uppercase, by the way. I can put a comment in. I think my example had it in uppercase, didn't it? I think this needs to be uppercase, capitals. And I could be wrong here, but by me leaving a comment, I'm sharing some of my thoughts and ideas. And if I'm wrong, then
you'll get fired.
I'll learn. No, I'll learn as well. So it's fine, right? We're all here learning. It says it's in capitals.
Verduna says it can be both upper and lower.
The reason why I think upper is better is one, because it's a constant, an environment variable, and two, in the future it might become case sensitive, and then it just makes it more future proof. But you're right, for now it might work as both. I've never tried it.
Yeah, but I think that especially if there is a project which is open source, okay, but this is an excuse also to talk about this, that open source is really about convention, because of course now this works, and now we are here on the live stream, we are all focused on this, but think like in 6 months, we will not neither remember our names. I think if you can remember that's a constant. So it's very important the consistency and following the conventions to basically make the life of the future developers easier. That's the goal.
Exactly. And you don't need to make things perfect. You need to make them better. And then later on, someone else can make it better. So if you're thinking, I'm going to write a massive contributing file, it's going to be amazing. It's going to have all the Git commands, all the GitHub desktop commands and clicks and GitHub CLI commands, all that sort of thing. And it might take you a week or a month to do it. Don't do that. What you want to do is add the contributing file, add a few lines to add value, and then a few days later you can add more value, someone else can add value, you can improve it as you go along, because it just adds value to the community better. You can get feedback sooner, make sure you're on the right tracks, because you could be going off, someone else could be doing it, and all the rest. So yes.
And also, let me add this. If you make, let's say, a long contribution, it will be longer to review. And the only thing is that if you work on this, the other people will see your contribution in 1 month. So maybe let's say that they want to contribute on the same project, they like a part, maybe you don't like to write. This thing of collaboration, we should really shorten the contributions. I mean, we don't pay for each PR we make, otherwise probably we will work in different way. But I think it's the opposite. You get more green squares, you get more contributions, you get more. If you
collaborate with more people, you just get put out there more, you get more job offers. I don't know why people don't want more job offers. They don't want more money because, why negotiate down? Companies going to start negotiating up for you. I don't know why. It's people. Why don't you want this, people? Please explain it to me. Why don't you want your life to be easier so you can do the fun stuff? So hopefully, yes, this Hacktoberfest is also going to include all the people who aren't doing code changes as well. So
yes. Yesterday I was in a live stream with Denis Avi, and we were checking some portfolio, and the one who won out of 450 submissions, I think he had a genius idea. He made on his portfolio, he showed, I think with some API, all the contributions to open source, to GitHub.
Oh wow.
It was mind-blowing, because we see all the contributions with for different projects with a cool card, we can say, with the name, the Git commit. That was mind-blowing. Still this idea, but of course they give credit, because this was about also the number of contributions. And yes, someone made a pull request. Well done, Coding Delight.
Also, we've got more pull requests coming in. We've got more pull requests than issues, which is good.
At the end of the live stream, you will get first a good shout out, and then we will see. Let's see. But I'm super happy because I think that having a good documentation website can be useful for many people. It can be for a community, it can be for a project, and it's very, very easy with Docusaurus to make one. And we made this. And yes, I started the project alone, and yes, if you want to take a look, you can go on docs.daily.dev just to see how it looks, a Docusaurus project. If you want, just to switch on second, docs.daily.dev. There is also, so just to show you how powerful is this documentation website. If you see at the top right, there is first of all, there is the dark mode if you want to enable, and there is also the search. If you go on the search, try to go on the search. That works. Like you can type, I don't know, feed. You can type
up there,
whatever.
Why is it hidden?
I don't know. Maybe it's too. Maybe you put 150.
No.
It looks okay to me. Okay. Maybe this can be fixed. Maybe this can be fixed. Okay, this was the only thing which we didn't code because this is a plugin.
Sure. Okay, I typed EddieHub. There's no results, Francesco. There's no results for EddieHub.
EddieHub. This is documentation of the LeadDev. No, but for example, if you go on the left, there is like this menu. Open everything. Click on the docs. On the docs.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, got you.
There is a structure. This is a structured website. This is written in MD files. It's not even code.
Let's have a look. So you got source. Yeah. And this is your pages and your components.
You can read this even if you're not a developer. You can understand, I think, because it's there is one
it should be on the
source,
docs, right? Maybe
exactly. Try to open some of them.
Your profile.
And they are MD files. You understand?
That's very cool. It's a bit like I haven't used Docusaurus, but I use ASCII Doctor and Jekyll and
I think I asked you. You remember I asked you which kind of documentation. At the end we used this because maybe I don't know we had more support, but this was also there was also an option.
You can always change. The beauty of writing, like you said, everything in the docs folder, and you deploy it as a website or a PDF or whatever. The beauty is you could always change the tooling that you're using, because at the end of the day, all the documentation hasn't changed, right? The images are in the right places, they got the right titles, the right descriptions, etc., and so forth. So you can always change later on. So that could be a hackathon in the future. You could see what cool documentation sites people create from your documentation. So daily.dev, that's my idea. I will charge you for it in the future if you ever do that. No, I'm just joking. But do that as a what do you call it? As a hackathon in the future. I think that'd be quite cool. See what tools people use, especially with things like Astro.js that is kind of doing some cool things.
Why don't we make a live stream when we use Astro, Eddie? This is an idea.
I did one, and I did one with one of the maintainers from Astro. I did two actually, I think, but we could maybe do another one with Dan Juton. So it was super interesting, but we should do more with it, definitely. What have I missed in the chat? Okay, so
31 likes left to 100. Come on,
how many likes left?
31.
31.
Likes
Come
left.
on, let's do it. We have got 22 minutes to do it.
We can do it. Come on, 70, 30. Come on.
Z-index.
Yeah. You know, when I started the YouTube channel, I started to like everything because I understood the effort of making a video and doing it. So this is why I tell people to start the YouTube channel so they start to like more, because it's very important. Is this where people come to geek out?
Yes, definitely. And we're going to show, and Carl reminded me that also in our Finder project, our good first issue project, Carl is right. Our documentation does the same, but also does it so that it's not docs. It's not a separate site. It's all within the website. So if we go to Finder, the Finder project, like deployed version, and if you go to docs, it reads the markdown files within the actual app, which is just so awesome. So this is using SvelteKit, which is very, very cool. So this is done with markdown as well, if I remember correctly. You might have to guide me, Carl. I can't remember. But it loads it into the app, which I thought was very, very interesting. So you don't have it on a subdomain or anything. It's on you got the app itself, but then you've also got so you can log in with your GitHub and see the app. Actually, let me just do that now. Otherwise, people think this is the app, so you can find projects, what license they've got, what kind of what technology they're using. But if you go to the docs, it's straight away still in the app, which is pretty awesome. Yes, this is where everyone comes to geek out.
Just for Hacktoberfest, yes. So, maybe we can also tell to people that how to register. Literally, Google Hacktoberfest. You find a website. And it takes, I think, less than 1 minute to register on Hacktoberfest. This is also an excuse to make a post on social media, by the way. And yes, I mean, they never hurt.
It's true. Yes, you can take a screenshot and share that.
Exactly.
You
The
signed up.
easiest to share. But this is all about this mindset, like of sharing what you do. Of course, if you make a contribution to open source, to idea, share it on social media. Tag the lead dev if you made a PR. Do that, because so this is the idea of open
Thank
source.
you for the
Contributing, but
idea.
also doing this in public. Do that.
I'm gonna leave this open for later. I'm gonna find my one and I'm gonna take a screenshot and say daily.dev, I contributed to your project.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, this is also, sometimes we think, like, I don't know, that to be content creators, I don't know, we have to quit our job, leave leave our partner, I don't know, abandon our dog, abandon our children, and then sit on the chair, and then finally we can code. And probably the phone will ring. So it's about the mindset of finding 5 minutes, finding 10 minutes. This mindset of like turn everything into public. I don't know if I can show you. Maybe there, but I'm doing basically a time lapse of this live stream. So I'll share this after.
Oh, awesome! Love that.
I'm becoming a super fan of the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes,
I know you are the master.
I'm still to get better.
I started to share, and I'm getting better because I find different points of view, different music, different lights, and I'll share this. And yes, everything can be turned into content. And to be honest, people love behind the scenes sometimes even more than the video itself. I don't know why.
It's true. My behind the scenes always do better than the main video.
I don't know why.
As I've got this up on the screen, before I forget, I want to give a great tip and shout out for people contributing to open source. So what we have in our project, and we could do it also for daily.dev, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Hold that thought, everyone. This is a great way for Hacktoberfest to get lots of contributions and add lots of value. So what we've done in the EdiHub projects, specifically the Finder project, is Carl has done some awesome work on this project, but also has put in some placeholders in the test directory where it says test fix me, so it's not complete. And what Carl has done is written the title of the test and given steps what you need to test for, and there are examples of what you need to do for each of these steps. So therefore you can then fill it out to do the actual test, and the great thing is that's adding value to the project. And then if you think of some test ideas, you could also write a skeleton. It means you don't actually have to write the test, but you could write the idea of the test as well. So I've shared the link in the chat. That's super interesting. And NASA's doing the same, so you can contribute to NASA. I'm hoping to find in 2 weeks' time, for the last 2 weeks of Hacktoberfest, the second half, do the same for Kubernetes. I want to do the same thing for Kubernetes projects. I will be doing that on a Discord call in EdiHub, and I will get all of you to contribute as well. But daily.dev, that could be an interesting one. Maybe that's an issue. Does anyone need a green square for today? Can you raise an issue and let's discuss it?
9 pull request, well done. Graham finally made it. He's in the chat. You are late.
Yeah, Graham, you're very, very late. Graham, you're fired. I was going to say, Majid, maybe it's your internet connection.
I hope he's talking about the quality of the video, not the quality of us.
I'm sure it's the video.
I can't improve the quality of my face. This is the quality. I'm sorry.
So if someone could raise an issue on daily.dev, and the topic is going to be automated testing. I think it would be good to check, does the search work? Because it's a third-party plugin. Is it deployed? Does it run? And so forth. And that's another thing we can do on GitHub Actions. You could do something like Playwright, like we're using on the Finder project. But raise an issue first and see if it's something that they're interested in, because maybe they're not interested in it, and that's fine. But you've raised the issue, you've got the discussion there, and you still get a green square. It might not count towards Hacktoberfest, but yeah, see what they say. 224 likes to 100. How does that work?
Okay, yeah, I was too excited, but I corrected this. I can, I am the typo master. You are the open source master. I am the typo master. So yes, that's it.
Okay, got you. 24 to go. So everyone, give the video a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get to 100. That'd be awesome. But yeah, we're here to answer any questions. So any questions you have, do ask us in the chat. Lots of people arriving late. No worries. Better late than never. So awesome to have you here.
Better late than never. Remember to leave a like if you just came late. At least yeah. And then we will be forgiven.
78. Okay, 22 more to go. So yeah, I think that is good. It's 126 stars. So thank you, everyone. Daily.dev are going to be happy with that. But have a look at the project. And if you've got any questions, they don't have discussions here, but you could always raise an issue and have a discussion there. And then if they find that that's a bit noisy for them, then they can just open discussions or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest, yes, me and Graham have worked mostly on this lately, Graham, of course, but this can also be an opportunity for us as a maintainers to improve this repository. I was not ready, so we decided to use this at the end because we want to use something which more personal, but let's use the daily dev one. So this is also to say that there's no like perfect repository. We did this on purpose. No, we didn't on purpose.
But it's true that fresh pair of eyes adds so much value, right? If you think of Kubernetes, you think it's an amazing project. I went and I made loads of suggestions. Why? Do I know everything? No, but it's just a fresh pair of eyes. Yeah,
exactly.
Apparently, it's the video quality, not us two. We're great, and by we're great, you mean Francesco's great, and he's okay. So,
okay.
And Graham's fired.
Thank you so much. Edison, Graham, you're fired. Okay.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. So let's just do a refresh. We've got 6 and 9 here and 126 at the top. Let's see if any numbers change. Nice. 128, yes, and 7 and 9.
Yeah, I just want to say, okay, so maybe this repository is not the best in the world, but we have 22 contributors already in this repository. So many people already have done something in the daily dev docs. Can you see contributors 22, which is good. We can say we are proud of this. Also Nimrod, but I want to say that also the CEO of Daily Dev contributed actively on this repository many times. So thumbs up for a CEO writing documentation. Not everyone is doing this. And of course, Ido, I see Amy there also too.
Shabangi, you're awesome. Thank you for your support. Can't wait for the behind the scenes video. So
exactly. Yes. To be honest, we are doing this video so we can make the behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes video always does better than the actual video.
2,000 likes or whatever. Yes.
But it's true, right? I spent ages like recording a video and with the lights on, scripting everything else, and then I do a video on my second YouTube channel, and I just get my phone and go, we should, here's some tips, whatever, 30 seconds, and it does better than my other video that I spent hours doing.
Okay, I'm trying to make some Instagram reels. I made something so basic that I didn't want to publish. They got 5,000 views. So I don't know what to do. And
I was just about to remove you from the stream. We don't talk about Instagram here. Instagram is for influencers. We're not influencers.
It's for handsome people. I don't know why I'm there, to be honest.
Okay, talking about on that note, everyone else, what questions do you have? We're going to be finishing in a moment and we really want to answer your burning questions, hopefully about open source and Hacktoberfest, but it could be about content creation, it could be how handsome Francesco is. Let us know. How can a beginner people are mean, they like behind the scenes more. It's true, trust me, it's really true. How can I contribute to Hacktoberfest? So have a look at the community projects, your projects. We're showing daily.dev here at the moment, and there are some open issues. You could get involved in that conversation, and when the maintainers approve it, you could go and try those. Automating things is amazing. So we've done some today already. So if I just quickly show mine. So they had a build command on the project, and what I did was I've just automated that. So with some YAML config, you can see that on every push and pull, we're going to install the dependencies and we're going to build the project. And again, that adds value because the command's there. I haven't changed the project. I've just automated the project a bit more. So it happens without question. So there's no surprises when they're trying to deploy and so forth. So you could do the same as well. BTS Inception, Francesco.
I'll do this one day. One day I made an editing of me, time lapse of me editing the time lapse. So this can also become something a bit crazy, and so I stopped. Otherwise, I'll still be there. And
here's a question for Francesco.
What about communication? How does one gain a reach? Okay, first of all, it depends on the platform. So this is the thing, and I would say to try to stick to a style for at least 4 type of content. You can't expect that you have 0 followers. You make a great article and you get 1,000 views. It's very, very unlikely unless someone, for some reasons, who has many followers, checks your article and then share it. It's very unlikely because usually people who have and let's say a bigger audience, they are super busy. Like Eddie or whatever. That's it. So I will say gain the reach in what you want, because if you want to become an expert, let's say in Docker, you will gain the reach in that niche. Sorry for the rhyme. So yes, so it's very important, and we should not be focused on getting the followers, getting the views. It's good. We like talking about the vanity metrics, but at the end of the day, what is very important is to find our place in the world. We can say that development maybe is not the biggest niche sphere in the world, but we like doing this. Probably we'll get more views. I don't know. We travel blogging and other stuff, but we like coding because we like this niche. We like making collaborations. We like writing code. We like staying on GitHub. So we are doing this. So I would suggest this, and try to find a good connection with your audience since the beginning. The first 5 people who likes your content, find a connection with them, DM them, ask why they like you. To be honest, Eddie, you have an advantage when you don't have many followers. You have less noise.
It's true.
If you have
it's true.
Just 10 followers, you can DM all them and you can text them all day long. It's amazing. This is what I did at the beginning, because you have less noise. You can create a strong connections with them. This is how I started. Now it's almost impossible. I try to talk with all my friends, but I have way more noise now. At the beginning, there are some advantages too.
It's true. You use the advantages to create like strong connections, like Francesco said. They'll support you, you support them, and then you all kind of grow together. You grow at different speeds. You're not going to grow the same. I mean, Web Dev Simplify started his channel the same month as mine, and we collaborated together. Look at him, he's over 1 million followers already, and it's fine. But you still stay in touch with the people. You still support each other. You still learn from each other. So I think that's super important. But I think people worry too much about reach, and they should start creating content. Because a lot of people say, I want to gain reach. Or, well, how many tweets have you done? How many blog posts? How many YouTube videos? 1.5. It's like, I'm joking about the half. It's like 2. It's like, well, no, you need to do a lot more. You need to be consistent. If there's only one thing you take away from this question and an answer and discussion is, everyone, you need to massively be consistent. I can't recommend that enough. And enjoy the process.
This is very important. I like what you say, that we go at different paces. I don't know. I made 10K of subscribers on YouTube in 2 years. For me, it's a great success. First of all, because I started. Because today is, by the way, the anniversary in quotes of my YouTube channel. It was the 30th of September 2011. So for 9 years, I didn't post a video. In the last 2 years, I posted some videos, almost 400. So for me, it's a huge success because I don't do just YouTube. I do many, many more things. So the perception of success is very personal, and I'm doing what I really like on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to improve the quality a lot. If you see the latest podcast, for sure they're better than the first one. But I'm really enjoying this. So don't be like super stressed on this. I think it doesn't help your mental health, like being stressed on, I don't know, refreshing your Twitter account. It doesn't get you more followers.
It's true. Yes, it's very true. So Graham says issues 129 needs merging. Which one's 129? Let me see. If I click on this and just change the number, 129.
Maybe I can merge it tomorrow. If you want,
that's an issue that can't be merged. So that's an issue.
Let's say issue needs merging with issue.
It's merging into one. Sorry,
I'm merging. Sorry, because I read merging.
Yeah, I know, Graham. You don't confuse the wording. Yeah. Combining, and Graham's English is amazing and much better than mine. It's like when I say to someone, "Don't go and check this out." They go do a git. Kind of check out. Oh, sorry, I mean, go have a look at it. Don't check it out. Like, have a look at it. So we're going to be careful with our terminology. Almost 130 likes. That's awesome, everyone. And the other one was, let me just see what Graham said. 129. 129. Sorry, with which two? 110.
Which is 129 with 110 issues.
Oh yes.
Issues. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so I will leave that to Graham to do. And Graham, you've also got a pull request to go through. There are some duplicates. So everyone do help the maintainers during Hacktoberfest by checking that someone hasn't already done the issue or the pull request, because it's not the end of the world. It just gets closed. But if a maintainer is getting 5 notifications a day, that's fine. But when you're someone like me who's getting 3,000 and you've got like 100 people doing the extra notifications, you start adding like 200-300 extra notifications per person for me per day, and that's quite a lot. So just check it hasn't been done already is all I would suggest.
I don't know how you do this, Eddie, because I don't know.
I do it so badly.
That's basically but you have to make a choice. Like either, I don't know, you want to have a life or you check the GitHub notification.
I almost fell over when you said you want to have a life. I almost fell over.
This is very important. This is why community is so meaningful, because sometimes people don't understand how much time does it take to read all the notifications on read. But even if you have, I spend all my weekends, but still I'm always behind the notifications.
Carl is making a joke as a suggestion here, and I've done this by mistake. So I was.
This is even worse.
I did this by mistake. So on the GitHub dashboard, I selected everything, and I went to mark as unread. And I hit unsubscribe and mark as read, so they all just disappeared, and I was never going to get any more notifications about them either. Oh my god, it was like, I think I was down to like 8,000 and it had all just gone, and I am so sorry everyone, but
to be honest, I think that was a way for your brain to protect yourself. It was something instinctive. It was an instinct.
The buttons are next to each other, and I would have thought there'd be like a confirm, like, are you sure? But it wasn't, it just happened, and I was like, so that was so bad, and now I've got in the right mess with my notifications. But the EddieHub maintainers are amazing. They've done 99.9% of everything, so that's pretty good. Last question, and then we have to go, everyone. So thank you all so much. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free, but it supports me. I can give you more free content. Also, follow Francesco. Link in the description below. Slavin says, thinking of starting technical writing. I'm going to stop talking right now. Don't think about doing it. Just go and do it. It can be like 1-2 paragraphs, nothing long. You can build on it and grow on it later on. Platform. Francesco, which platform do you think?
I don't want to focus on a single platform, because otherwise we lose another week. So what's your name? Slaven. Write the first one. Write the first article. My first piece of content, it was an article on Medium. I don't want to promote Medium, but just to say where I started. And it changed my approach to content creation. I would say not focus on making the first article viral and super long. It's about switching your mindset to content creation. It can literally be, 15 lines on why do you like Hacktoberfest, a topic that you would like to vote. It doesn't have to be an ebook. It's an article.
Yes, it's
not
true.
An ebook. Start. And maybe what I can suggest that I did wrong, focus on also, create a good thumbnail, a good title. That's like 50% of the article is the thumbnail, the cover of the article and the title. With not clickbait content, but it can be super short. Graham is a master in writing articles. Sometimes I write some good article. It's all about getting started, and then you improve. Don't lose another week. Just start. Ask for questions if you have an audience. Tell them I wrote my first article with some poppers and party emojis, and some people will do that. You can use Node. You can use dev.to. You can write this on your own website if you want. Also, just to start with something simple. So maybe use a platform instead of thinking, but first I want to build my platform, unless you have already it ready. So this is what I would say.
Great tips. Okay, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining. We're going for over an hour. We just started 5 minutes early because Francesco and me were ready, and we're like, let's hit go and let's start early, which I thought was super exciting. Well, it was for me. I found it fun. We look forward to geeking out with you. Check out Francesco's Discord community 4Cs. Obviously, we've got EddieHub, and we look forward to geeking out with you. Francesco, stay on the line. I just want to say thank you afterwards. I want to bring up the holding page. I would go down that rabbit hole and build my own. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, of course, of course. But this was a tip when you want to get started. But yeah, this can also be a solution. But this will not be an excuse for not writing an article, Carl. So if you want to build your blog, then you build your blog. You don't say no, I don't have, because it's a circle. Say no, I can't publish a blog because I don't have the blog published. But I don't build the blog on my website. So nice stream. See you both soon. Okay, good session.
Thank you all
Vincent.
so much.
Thank you, Vincent.
Actually,
Thank you so much for joining.
before we go, Francesco, what events do you have coming up? So you have a Twitter space and a live stream tomorrow?
I have many because I do many things on social media. I decided to make a live stream tomorrow for Hacktoberfest, so I'll make contributions, issues. It's more of my personal stuff, but I can also sneak some daily dev stuff somewhere. And then also it's open issues. I can get suggestions for some projects. I can contribute to some Web3 project. This is tomorrow 9 a.m. I decided this like 2 hours ago. And then 3 a.m. tomorrow, I'll make a Twitter space about Hacktoberfest. A wild Eddie could appear, but we can't promise this. More not that.
At 3 a.m. I'm not going to be appearing at 3 a.m. Did you mean 3 p.m.?
No, 3 p.m. Sorry,
Okay.
3 p.m. I'm sorry.
I will try and pop in and say hello, but yeah, I'm traveling to Cube Huddle for the whole week. So I'm to Scotland, so I'm just packing, and so yeah, we'll see. I'll try and say hi, but I can't promise.
Nice. Thanks, Eddie, and not Francesco. It's okay. Perfect. Okay. I feel offended, Harshal. I'm joking, of course. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Harshal. It's okay.
Everyone, we will catch you on Twitter, no doubt, and in Discord. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Hacktoberfest.
Nice.
And my live streams are taking a break because I'm at a conference, so Twitter Spaces, but I will be back next Friday. And so in 1 week, I want to see how you've all got on. I want to hear about all your stories, all your contributions, and everything that you've done as well. Nice.
Thank you so much, Eddie, for everything you do for the dev community. It's really amazing, and keep doing that. Yeah. I want to meet you in person as soon as possible. I saw the video with Kunal. I got like a FOMO over 9,000. So now.
Thank you so much. No, we will definitely do that in the next few weeks. And actually, a couple of people messaged me saying, "Hey Eddie, when our video coming out?" And I was like, "I've never met you, and we haven't done a video together. How can I post a video if we've never recorded it?" So that was quite funny. Everyone, have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.